Hey everyone, good afternoon. It's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you with anything Stampin' Up! Just going to make sure that I'm broadcasting. For some reason, things seem to be moving really slow. It took me a while to get on. I don't know if it's StreamYard or not. And so I depend on just going on my iPad here to see, and there I am. It seemed to be okay, but boy, is it ever delayed? Then just make sure I've got some sound here. And now I'm frozen. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to count on you guys to tell me if you can see me. Hi, Cindy. Can you hear me, hon? Can you just let me know? I'm having a really hard time with my connection today. Can you hear me? Can you let me know? Nice to see you. I'm early today. I'm an hour early, so I'm glad you guys found me. Yeah, it's not lacking me on my iPad. Oh, that could be why it's the wrong Wi-Fi. Hi, Bobby. Nice to see you. An hour early. I'm an hour early today. Can one of you let me know if you can hear me okay? I'm thinking you can. Oh, good. Cindy says she can hear me. Yay! Okay, that's good. Okay, then I can stop trying to figure it out on my iPad. All right, you guys, nice to see you. We'll just wait for some people to pop in. Oh, good. Cindy says she can. See? Now I got it like in stereo. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming. I'm an hour early today. I've got a meeting at 3 o'clock. And I thought, gosh, why would I schedule a meeting or agree to a meeting at 3 o'clock when it's my regular day? But anyway, there's too many people that are also attending the meeting, so I had to go either an hour early or an hour late. I just thought, I'm going to go early and hope people find me. Hi, Ellie. How are you? Thanks for coming, hon. Because I know it's your guys' dinner times. Okay, so I really appreciate it. So today, let me bring this in. We're going to be playing with Attention Shoppers, which is an absolutely adorable stamp set from the annual catalog. I think it's on page, let's see here, 65. So it is a bundle. It is on sale for 20% off in June. But boy, that promotion is going to be ending on Sunday. You guys got to pick up those bundles that you want, okay? You hear a bird. No bird. Don't have a bird. Hi, Mary. How are ya? Gosh, 10 p.m. from Ireland. So it's good that I'm an hour early, or it'd be 11 p.m., right? That's good. Okay, let's go over and see what's going on over here. And I will follow you over here. Okay, so we're going to be playing with Attention Shoppers. Like I said, it is a bundle, so there is a die set that goes with it. So you can see this is the cake and this is the plant. We're going to be using these images. We're going to be using the shopping cart, the wine bottle, the flowers, and the present. Okay, so that all comes. This set has 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And a lot of them are going to coordinate with the dies. I mean the stamps, okay? Dies and stamps. Okay, so let's start here. Now, I've already made this card live with you guys. Remember this one? We did this the other day. Look how bright it is. Hi, Keisha. How are you? Thanks for coming an hour early, Keisha. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is these fabulous stamps and dies. And the reason I've paired it with the Full of Life designer series paper, and we've got the grosgrain ribbon, and we've got the what are these ones called again? Iridescent faceted gems, which is Keisha's favorite gems, I think, is because it's the focus of my next class. So the next class includes, we're going to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. And we're going to be using this fabulous Full of Life designer series. Look at this. It's just, this paper is so fun, so bright. I love it. You're going to get half a package of this as part of your goodie bag. You're going to get a full pack of the gems, and you're going to get half a roll of the, what's it called? Frayed? Is it called frayed? Frayed grosgrain ribbon. So 5 yards like this. So that's your goodie bag. Then you're going to get all the paper and die cuts and whatever that you need to complete the 8 cards. So if you don't live in Canada, you can just purchase the PDF and still come along and craft along with us. We'd love to have you. We have people from the US and people from Australia and lots of places that come and craft along with us. They just cut their own materials. You also, everybody gets the PDF with the instructions and the measurements, and then an invitation. This is to join us live where we're going to craft, and this class is on the 27th of July. 27th of July. Hi, Carol. How are you? Oh, it's raining. It's raining here too. Yeah. What else is raining? It's raining. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of papers here. Let me show you what we're going to do. I've started with a piece of Pretty in Pink. And this is cut. I believe it's 8. Is it 8? 8 by 5.5. Right. And then it's scored at 1 inch, 2 inch, and 5 inches. Okay. And when we fold this up, you're going to end up with this fancy fold. It's a faux step card. Is that what we call it, you guys? A step card? Who knows the names of all these? I'm very bad. I make up names. I think it's a faux step. Okay, so I'm just really creasing all this because I want it to be able to stand up. So this is how it's going to stand up. Okay, like this. All right. Hi, Diane. How are you? Nice to see you. I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to come because it was an hour early. I wasn't sure if you were you could come. So we're going to need that. That's your body. Then we're going to need another piece. This one here is, I believe, 3 1/4, yeah, by 8 1/2. And so this is what's going to create the step piece, okay? So it's going to go like that, and then we're going to have, this is going to be the focal point, okay? But what I want to do first is add some designer series paper. So I took some of that gorgeous paper, and I cut off 3/4 from the bottom, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and glue that on to the card front. I love this paper because you can choose, there's so many designs that you can choose that are just fantastic. I'm going to do that. So this is cut to, it should have been cut to 3/4 by 5, but I accidentally cut it a little big, but that's okay. We're just going to let both of them be the 5 1/2. Meant to do it a bit shorter, but too late. Glued it on. Just going with it now. It won't matter. Okay, and then this piece is going here, and looks a little goofy because I cut it a bit too long, but you know what? You won't even notice. These things, you just go with it, right, guys? Might as well go ahead and glue on our little step part. Now, what I do is I want to glue this just to this front piece, okay? So we're just gluing up, putting a little bit of glue on this piece, okay? Now, if you're really picky, you can measure, because this is 5 1/2. So I just kind of eyeball this. Let me open this up, actually, so it's lying a bit flatter. Okay, so this front piece is 5 1/2. Move that over so you can see. There we go. And then this is pieces 3 1/4. So you can eyeball it. I mean, you know, we can all be a little bit anal on it, right? I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to eyeball it because no one's going to know. Okay. Now I'm going to lift this up or slide this up a bit. There we go. Slide it off. Then I'm going to put my glue right here. There we go. So that we go. Perfect. Okay, then just hold that down a bit because you know the white glue takes a bit. What's Bobby saying? 97 degrees. Oh my gosh, it would be like a sauna. You know, Bobby, I was chatting with my cousin who lives in Texas, and she has said she's hibernating now. She's not going outside for like till October. And she posted this really cute picture, or a nice picture, calming picture of a porch, and it was raining, and it was something about sitting on the porch until the rain stops. And I said to her, you'd never get off the porch in Vancouver. You'd be sitting on the porch for weeks. But we always want, or we always need what we don't have, right? Like we'd like a little bit of sun, and you would like some rain. Hi Mo, how are you? Okay, so we're all following now. So this is just flopping, okay? Now, this is actually going to be glued to the back, okay? But again, I only want to put a little bit of glue here. I'm not putting a whole bunch of glue. I'm just trying to hold it down here. So we're just making sure that it lines up, just like that. And we're going to hold that down until that sticks. Now this piece is 3.5 by, what do we say? 8.5. So it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay. And then when you kind of get it all together, you can see, just give it a nice little crease. You can fix all your little crease errors if you have any. There we go. So it's just going to stand like that. Whoop, move it up so you can see. Pretty simple. So that's the basis of the card. Okay. Now we've got a piece of granny apple. This one is cut 4 by 3. Okay, because it's just going to be here and it's just going to be framed in my berry burst. Did I say it was berry burst? Probably didn't. I want to stamp this with a sentiment, and I'm going to use this one. Shopping is always a good idea. It is, right? It's always a good idea. So we're going to take our Versamark and we're going to grab our border buddy, our bossing buddy. I was going to say border buddy. I have a border buddy who lives in Minnesota, Patsy Wagner, and we do all sorts of things. If you're joining me today from the US and you don't have a demonstrator, check out my friend Patsy Wagner. Stamps to die for. Okay, so we've rubbed our embossing buddy over that to get rid of all those oils. We've inked it up in Versamark. We're going to just stamp it here in the lower right corner. We're going to add some black embossing powder. And there we go. Just add a little bit more. There we go. And return all of this to our little tub. And then we can heat set it. And Patsy Wagner is here watching today. So those of you I was just telling about, if you live in the US and you don't have a demonstrator, Patsy Wagner, she's joined us today. Hi, buddy. How are ya? Hi, Kathy. How are ya? What does Keisha got? I used the shopping treat, like the shopping treat yourself sentiment with the shopping basket full of dogs and cats. Oh, Keisha, I think I saw it. Keisha loves animals. We all do, but she really does. Okay, so we're going to heat set this, right? So again, this is not a magic wand. Okay, it's going to get really hot. So you're going to start on one side, and then you're gradually going to go from the right, or whatever way you start. I'm starting on the right. And as it starts to melt the powder, it's going to have it rise up and be like a nice glossy finish. I don't think you can see it. Can you see that it's kind of got a glossy finish? It's just so much, I don't know. It's just more, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? I just like the way it pops versus just stamping with ink. Okay, it just pops. All right. So we can go ahead and glue that on. And then we'll get started creating a little shopping cart like Keisha was saying. Where are my crafters that like the mono glue? I love the white mono glue. I find it so easy to use, and it allows me to fuss around and move things around. Okay. So what I want to do is take a piece of gray granite and basic gray, and let's go and find those dies that I've got out here. I'll bring in these dies. So we've got the shopping cart. Whoop. I'm going to do out of the gray granite, and then I've got the wheels. Okay. Now you can use silver silver foil if you want for your shopping cart. That would be nice too. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. Sonia's so good. She shares my videos with the world. Really appreciate it, Sonia. Thank you. You like mono too, Cindy, and you too, Carol? Yeah, me too. There's people that are just anti, aren't they? They just like, ooh, it's like too hard to get on my fingers, but I don't know. I find I have more control with it. Okay, memento. Let's stamp some of these adorable images. So we've got the wine bottle, or pop bottle, I guess we could say too. And we've got our little present, a gift bag. And we've got our flowers. Like I said, there's a cake in here too, and a plant. I don't know if I'd be putting a cake right in a shopping cart though. What do you guys think? Seems awfully weird, like without a box. Okay, so I'm gonna let those dry for a sec. And in the meantime, let's bring in our little mini emboss, which is on sale, right? 10% off. So I want to grab that before Sunday. Just like you want to grab this bundle, 20% off before Sunday. Let's lay that down. How much of a runway have I got here? Let's just trim this piece down a bit so I can cut these out at the same time. Okay, so this is a bit big. That looks better. And then our little wheels. Like that. There we go. And we'll run that through. You can get them straight. Yeah, I'm the same way, Carol. Because what happens is if I use a really strong glue, like the Stamp and Seal, right? You're right. I put it down and it's not straight 99% of the time, and then I can't get it off again without wrecking my project, especially if it's a designer series paper. But Carol's like me with the white glue. You can move your project around because it doesn't set right away. So it's really great. Just grab that. So you got your little shopping cart and you're just going to pop out those little bits that are inside. And we've got our little wheels here. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's going to pop out. So there's our wheels. Cute, eh? And our little basket. So we're just going to leave those like that. Move this out of the way and let's color our images. So you could use watercolor pencils. You could use ink. I'm going to use the blends. Now I've got a lot of colors out here, and sometimes I just do this because I want you to see the colors, but look how beautiful that is. You don't have to use them all. So I've got Lemon Lolly and Daffodil. Then I've got Lemon Lime Twist. I've got Pretty in Pink. I have Balmy Blue. What else have we got here? Melon Mambo, Crumb Cake, and then lastly I've got a light smoky slate. Okay, so I'm going to move those out of the way, bring in our coloring. So I'm going to start with my bottle. Let's do the cork in the smoky slate. You could do it in Crumb Cake too, of course. And then I've got, here's the Daffodil. Color in my label here. And I think I'll grab the blue and just, that'll be on the other side of the label. Now I am not doing blending on this. I'm just using these as a coloring tool. So just solid coloring, nothing fancy, okay? For my actual bottle, I am going to do a bit of shading. I'm going to use the dark Lemon Lime Twist just on these marks that the artist, the designer of the stamp has added, so I can get that kind of highlight, a really easy highlight. Then I'm going to grab the light one and just go over it and blend. And I'm mostly wanting to just blend out those rough edges that the dark has left. But I am going to go in. Oop! Let's just add a little bit more dark back. I just do want it to be a little bit more obvious. There we go. So when I'm here, sitting here looking at this, I can see the difference in the shading. Sometimes on the camera you can't, right? All right, shall we move on? Let's move on to our pretty little bag here. I am going to use dark pretty pink. And see, I've got these little highlighted areas on my tissue. I'm just going to add some of the dark. Again, I'm not being fancy here and being like an artist. I am not an artist. You can be an artist with these alcohol inks, but I just kind of do the easy stuff, and it seems to work out. Okay, got my tissue, got my light, my dark tissue. There we go. And I can always go in and add more dark just to give it a little bit more definition. There we go. All right, then I've got my balmy blue. I'm going to grab the dark and I'm going to do the handle in the dark. And then I'm going to just on the side of my package, I'm going to add some of the dark and maybe just a little bit at the bottom, just to give it a little bit of shade. Then we can take our light and just go over the whole thing and blending in those sharp lines. Love blends. Do you guys like the blends? I love coloring with them. They're so easy. Okay. All right, and that'll lighten up as it dries. But I can go in and just add a little bit more highlight. There we go. All right, so we've got 2 items done. Let's do some flowers. On my flowers, I'm going to color the paper because you know when you go to the store and you get flowers, sometimes they're just in like a nice brown paper, which I tend to like with a little bit of, ribbon, nothing fancy. Sometimes they're colorful and sometimes they're not, but I just like the brown. Okay, there we go. So I've just added that dark, you guys, and then I've gone in and added the light. Okay. Not too worried that I've gone over the edge because I'm going to be cutting this out. I'm not too worried about it. And what else? Flowers. Let's do the flowers in Melon Mambo. So at the center of my flower, I'm going to do dark. This is about the extent of my blending. Just going to do that dark, and then I'm going to do the petals, the light, and then just sort of blend those together. So okay, there we go. And then just sort of behind there, I could do that brown and probably should, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just add a little bit of green just to add a little bit of color. So maybe the inside of the paper is like a green tissue or something. Okay. All right. It's pretty simple. Go. Good morning, Vicki from Australia. It's 7:28 a.m. here. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming. Is this your first time? I'm not sure I recognize you. I have my friends from Perth that join me when they can. Whereabouts in Australia are you? Okay, let's put this. Ooh, let's do this. But thanks for joining me. You know, it's so funny because I'm always on at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday, right, you guys? And look at this. I've gone on at 2, and I have all these new people that don't catch me at 3. So, but yet my 3 o'clock people are here too. So I don't know. Maybe I need to come on at 2. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try it. All right. And then I've got my little bag. I'm using tape. If you haven't joined me before, I'm using repositionable tape. So this is tape that's not permanent, right? It's just going to come off. I do that because I find that when I put stuff through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, sometimes I jiggle, and then if it's a stamped image and you're using a framelit, it doesn't line up. You don't usually catch me on the live. I'm so happy you did. I'm so happy. Yay. You can go back and watch the beginning, Vicki, if you didn't see the beginning. We're using the Attention Shoppers bundle. Okay. Pop these out. And you guys know me so well, but see, I've always got my magnetic sheet here because I can't be trusted with my dies. You guys like that? I can't tell you. And they show up in the weirdest places. Usually after I dug through the garbage can or the recycling, I usually don't find them and I think, oh, they're gone. And then like a week later, they show up in the most obscure places. Okay. All right, we've got all our little bits here. And then remember, we did have our shopping cart. Because I like this time. You like this time too, Mom? Okay. All right. You use a magnetic bowl. Yeah, those are great. My sister has those ones from like Princess Auto or something, like the auto place, right? It's a little bowl and it's, boy, are they ever magnetic. Oh. You know what? Maybe we'll try for a little while to do it at 2. Let's try that for the next little while, okay? If I can. Yeah, I don't mind doing it at 2 either. I'm going to turn this over. Sorry. Okay, so you know how I use the white glue? We've had a nice discussion about the white glue. You're down for 2 also? Okay, Keisha. We'll do it at 2. All right, so I've got my little shopping cart here. And maybe I'll just do this. I'm just trying to put my wheels. Okay, that's what I'm working with now. I'm working with the wheels. So the disadvantage with the white glue sometimes is that you can use too much and it gets globby, but I think we're okay. So I'm just going to have that at a sort of an angle. Okay, there we go. Now I just have to let that kind of settle. I'm thinking maybe this should be moved up a bit though. See, my white glue, right, Carol? We can move it. Make a mistake. There we go. So I'm going to just let that set for a minute. Okay. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to move that aside. I'm going to bring in our card. Gosh, have we forgotten our card? I'm going to take my items. So I've got my present, and I've got my wine bottle, and I've got my flowers. Okay, I think I like it like this more. Okay, now what I did was I turned this over. Okay, so I've lined them up, but I've turned them over. And then I'm just going to grab a piece of regular Scotch tape. So this is not the repositionable one. This is the one that is the real McCoy. I stick that on the back, turn it over, see if I like the placement. Yeah, see if I'm going to like that in my cart. Yep, that's going to work. Okay, let's pop these up. Okay, we want some dimension on this card. And now, of course, that tape is sort of like a temporary hold, so to speak. And then I'm just going to use the dimensionals, the Stampin' Dimensionals, to give me that a better fit. Okay. Or a better hold, I guess. Okay, so we got to figure out where this is going to go. So we want our shopping cart to clear the word. Okay, so we're going to kind of line it up. That looks good. Now on my little cart here, these are popped up. Okay, so if I try to pop this up, it's going to be all wonky. But I do need the wheels popped up because they are, otherwise they'll just float in midair. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and I'm going to grab my snips and I'm just going to get a little strip here. And it's really the wheels that are going to need popped up. So I've tried to cut it as thin as I can. And I think that's going to work. Okay. I was fussing with it last night when I was making my card. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, and then I'm going to add some glue. Oop. Very, very lightly. And not everywhere. Where's my silicone mat? My goodness, what am I doing here? Putting glue on my work surface. So I'm just going to run it along just like this. Kind of dabbing the glue. Okay, I put it up here. Now I might not need the glue everywhere I've put it, but that's okay. It'll be at least where I need it. Okay. The other beauty about the white glue is it does dry and clear. So you don't have to, even if you get it where you don't want it, I wouldn't worry about it too much because it does dry clear. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Here is our little kit. This is a bit fussy, but you can do it. So I just want that to be sort of like that. We'll glue that down. There we go. And then everybody is in the cart. Yay! Now let's grab, what is the time there? Oh, Vicky, yeah. You're in Australia, right? Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't even do the math for Australia. Yeah, it's Vancouver. So if you ever want to look, just look for Pacific time, Vancouver. All right. So let's grab Keisha's favorite, iridescent faceted gems. These are her faves. And let's just put some on. One there. And one like that. And then one like that. There we go. Okay, move all of this out of the way. Give us a straight. There we go. Thanks, Kathy. Isn't it bright and pretty? I love it. Here was the one I did last night. Same card. This was my test card. So you can see I cut this a bit shorter. So this is 5 1/4, whereas I left these pieces too long at 5 1/2. But you can't tell. But aren't these colors beautiful? This was one from last night. I think I like the graduated piece better, a little bit better. But you get the idea. Okay, so that's our card for today. Let me show you some others. This was one that I showed you the other day. Okay, and I've got a bit of a treat. I'm going to show you some cards that I've received recently, just to show you some ideas, because we want to, oops, going to grab my catalog. We want to take advantage of that 20%. Hi, Leanne. So bright and cheerful, isn't it? I know. I was going to get those gems, but my niece said I should. Good thing you listen to her. You should always listen to your adorable niece, Keisha. You're so lucky to have each other. Do so much together. She does so much with her niece. It's really sweet. Okay, let's look at some cards now. Some of these I got in swaps. So let me show you this one. Check out this one. Isn't that beautiful? That is just one layer. Okay, so that's been created with 2 stamp sets. Happiest Day, which is on page 99. See, you might not even know these exist. So this is why I'm going to show you some today. Here we go. Happiest Day. Love those words. And then the scene is created with, hopefully I'm not freezing on your end, is created with Under the Moon. Just let's move this out of the way, you guys. I have a little small workplace and I just want to move this out. Here we go. Maybe I'll just raise my camera up a titch, shall I? There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Move that over. Okay, there we go. So this is where that little scene was created with. Love it. And look at Diane. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't. Isn't it gorgeous? Hi, Mary. You've got this, the Winkestella. Diane, the Winkestella. Isn't that cute? You make me feel like glitter in the sun. Come on. So pretty. Okay, so Happiest Day and Under the Moon. Okay. And then here's a card. I'm using the Country Woods. This is on page 48. And this is also from a swap. And again, we've got that faux step. Okay. Love that. Okay. And then what else have we got? We've got this one. Oh, I guess I should have switched to that. Sorry, what page was that? 48. I think you guys have seen me make quite a few cards with this one. Here it is. Countrywood Suite. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a mega suite because you've got the 2 stamp sets, you got the 2 packs of designer series paper, you've got the embellishments, you've got the ribbon, and you've got an embossing folder. So this suite has absolutely everything you need. Okay. Now, Unbounded Beauty. Love this suite. Another gorgeous, gorgeous suite. Here we go. And it's a mega suite because we've got the 2 bundles on sale, you guys, 20% off. We've got the 2 bundles. We've got 2 different kinds of pattern paper or specialty paper and pattern paper. We've got the embellishments, okay? And here's the card. Oh, okay, can you see that? So there we go. Really shows off the beautiful paper. All right. And then page 57, I put this in my newsletter. I put a couple of tutorials in my newsletter, and I have had a few people buy the Layers of Beauty. This is fantastic because the Layers of Beauty is a full bundle. You've got the stamps, you've got the dies, but you've got these beautiful masks. They're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, hi, you guys. Sorry, I'm following along. You love it. Yeah, there's so much to love with this stuff, isn't it, you guys? Thanks for commenting. Look at this one. What do we think of this one? How gorgeous is this? So we've got the stamps, and then we've got the dies, but we've also got the masks. Okay, it's just gorgeous. And it's a paper pierced. Does that make sense, paper pierced, when I say that, you guys? So basically what's happened here is this has been stamped, masked, colored, and then done twice. And then this piece has been cut out and popped up. So you get that dimension. You can't really see it here. But isn't that pretty? Yeah. I keep forgetting to show you these cards that I'm not using, that I'm, not part of my samples. What am I trying to say? My presentation. Well, I have to keep remembering to show you stuff. Okay. And lastly, Spotlight on Nature. This was out of stock, but it's back. You can order this now. So we've got these fantastic circle dies. Love them. And then we've got the stamps. Okay. And here we are. There is the beautiful card. And again, it's kind of a fun fold in a way, right? And this is the Magnolia Mood. Can you see that stamp? It's from the online exclusives. So you want to check those out too on my store. I've shown you where to find those before. So we've got the butterfly from here. We've got lots of Wink of Stella on there. And then we've got the cutout, which is the circle dies here. Okay. And we've also brought in the Magnolia Mood. Okay. So hopefully that's been good. Make sure you check out those bundles. They're all on sale. And you really do want to take advantage when you can save money, I think. Okay, so here's 2 cards I've made this week with the upcoming class products for attention shoppers. I got you live. Hi, Joanne. It's always nice. Oh, thanks, Joanne. Nice to see you here. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, so Joanne, make sure that you go back and watch the parts that you've missed. We made this card today. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, there I am. Hi, Joanne. Hi, guys. Spotlight's out again. What does that mean? Keisha, what does that mean? Spotlight's out again. Help me. Don't know what you mean. Something go off? Something not working? Let me know. Okay. I will wait to see if Keisha says anything, or I will move on. Look at us, 2:39. Oh, we're a little bit late, aren't we? But that's because I showed you. Oh, it's out again. It's out of stock again. Thank you, guys. Oh, that's sad. Sad, because it was in. And I don't know what date's coming back. If anybody needs it and wants to order it, I can find out when its return date is. Thanks, Keisha. Thanks, Cindy. Spotlight in Nature. Okay. Well, that's sad, but there's lots of bundles that you can get. So you've got lots that you can get before Sunday. People might start buying them up, though, so maybe if you want something, make sure you grab it. All right, you guys. I think that's it for today. So I'll see you on, I think it was the 10th, but don't hold you to that. Okay, so not till July. Okay. Well, people might be thinking, oh no, it's not going to come till July. Well, July is coming, but there is another special coming, and it is the bonus days. Have you guys lived through bonus days before? So for every $60 that you spend before shipping and taxes, you will get a coupon for $5 to spend in August. So it's kind of, you're going to end up kind of a little bit less of a discount, but you're still going to get a discount. Okay. Thanks, Cindy. Bye. You can get the friendly instead. We all need smiling sharks. Oh, you are so funny with your animals. You love it. Oh, have a great time, Diane, at your daughter. Okay. All right, you guys. I will see some of you hopefully on Sunday at 10, but you can also watch me on replay, right? Okay, so I think I got everybody, and thanks for coming early. Actually, I had more people come today at 2 than I do at 3. I think I'm going to change it to 2 moving forward for the next couple of weeks and see how that goes. Okay, so see you. If I don't see you Sunday, I'll see you on next Wednesday at 2. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now, and happy stamping.